Hello guys, today we're going to take a look at the episode Sideshow. This one aired on January 25th, 1980. It's about 48-ish minutes long. It has 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb with about 90-ish user votes. It guest stars Judith Chapman, who is in The Young and the Restless, and directed by Nicholas Correa, who wrote some stories for the Outlaw series. So basically in this one, David's working at the circus, and he's a manager. And he starts hanging out with a psychic who's accused of bad things. Um, and and the big villain in this one's actually like a very religious figure, and he's actually not a bad villain because the actor is really invested in his character. He really is like trying to sell this character. Like you believe him when he does and says what he does and what he says. I don't remember if this sounds bad, but I don't remember if the psychic is actually a legit psychic or if it's just fake. Um, I think if I remember, it's weird. I actually don't remember. I don't. I do know that at some point it is weird because this series actually flirts with the idea of like being psychism or whatever a few times in the show actually. And you know what? For a show that has a Hulk, they really like to play it realistic for a lot of things, and it's kind of like you almost wish they kind of, like I said before, you almost wish they could have done a little bit more comic book stuff. I mean, back then this was probably the right balance, but nowadays you're just kind of like, do something more, you know? But yeah, this is a pretty solid episode. It really, it's a lot of good episodes in the series kind of have David in a strong friendship with the female. Sometimes it's romantic, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could be more, sometimes this one, it's a bit more. It's not really a spoiler. I mean, it's happened before, or will happen again in the future. It's interesting. I do enjoy what I like about this. And this is really the only time where David's kind of more candid about being with her. I mean, yeah, he's been in committed stuff earlier on in the series a few times, but this one, or sometimes kind of like something, but this is really one where it's like he's kind of, and it kind of shows that David does have a side where he just wants to just live as a human being and a guy, which I think is kind of important. It's not really something that's really focused on. It's just a small kind of thing that you see for a little bit and you kind of expand it yourself. But yeah, this is a pretty solid episode. It does have, I think it has a pretty decent story for the most part. I do enjoy it. It does attempt to be a bit more comic booky to a small degree, just because Carnival, more exaggerated, a little more over the top characters. It does feel more comic booky, and I do appreciate that. I think the only thing with this episode I kind of wish it did a little bit more of is maybe the Hulk action's good too. Most of the time it's good. I think the only thing with this episode, I think if they really wanted to go further, is maybe some of the people he runs into the circus could be other kind of comic booky figures. That could have been interesting. But other than that, it's a good solid episode. I definitely recommend it. It's a good watch. And yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. It's a solid episode. Feel free to check it out. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.